The Arduino. Before we can start to understand the aspects about what Arduino microprocessor is, we initially have to look at what the basics of a microcontroller is and how it started its development. To begin, a microprocessor with all other devices and parts that are included in its design behaves as a general purpose computer and can be implemented to perform several hundred functions and applications at a time. On the other hand, a microcontroller is a small scale computer that is only used for specific purposes and restricted within its own limitations. Even though these two small yet major devices have a couple of distinct qualities that define the uses, beyond that, the two have a similar architecture and idealism behind them. Looking at the microprocessor controller, it is commonly used to perform three basic functions. One is to receive either human interactions or sensors or other things to store the process, then output this information so that it can be used in the next function. In today's world, the embedded computer chip is widely produced and is used to control most of the electronic equipment, appliances, and gadgets that we use each day, such as washing machines and many specific functions in cars and children's toys. Behind the Arduino is that it uses a very simple platform that can be modified from different levels of easiness or difficulties depending on the user. Arduino software is very easy to operate by the beginner users, while at the same time can be modified towards advanced users. Arduino software is compatible with multiple programs such as Windows, Mac, Linux, and others. Arduino microcontrollers are fairly easy to operate, and they are geared towards education purposes for students or other academia. The advantages of having an Arduino is that they are very cost efficient, such as Arduino boards are relatively inexpensive compared to other microcontroller platforms. The cross-platform is the Arduino software running on Windows, Macintosh, OS, and Linux. It is a simple, clear programming environment on the IDE, and it is open source and extensible software. The Arduino software is published as an open source tool available for extension by experienced programmers. The language can be expanded through C++ libraries, and people wanting to understand the technical details can make the leap from Arduino to the AVR-C programming on which it is based. Similarly, you can add AVR-C code directly into your Arduino program if you want to. In Bavaria, Italy. Nowadays, Arduino is labeled as one of the leading open source microcontrollers available on the market and has really opened doors in the electronics industry for a magnitude of innovative designers and creative engineers. The importance of open source software design is that the source code of this software is hindered from modifications, editing, or the enhancement. Anybody can access it and make changes.